Now let's begin with a tropical type of climate. Now some parts of the world experience winds like the land and the sea breeze, but on a much larger scale. So monsoons are actually the land and sea breeze which are for a longer period of time, that means for few months, and of course on a larger scale they affect a larger area. So these are tropical monsoon lands with onshore wet monsoons in summer season and offshore dry monsoons in winter season. They are mainly found in southern part of Asia. But other than Asia, it is also found in Australia, Africa and Central America, as well as some parts of North America. In Asia, it is found in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Cambodia, Vietnam, Taiwan, Philippines. In Australia, it is found in the northernmost part of the continent. Other than this monsoon type of climate, there is another kind which prevails in this region is the monsoon marine type of climate. Now, monsoon marine type of climate is mainly influenced by the direction of the trade winds, because the trade winds have northeast direction in the northern hemisphere and southeast direction in the southern hemisphere. So the eastern part of these continents, they receive uh, rainfall in this season, and mainly the eastern part of the continents receive rainfall. As you can see in this world map, that the tropical monsoon type of climate is mainly found in the Indian subcontinent. It is most prominent in the Indian subcontinent. Other than that, you will notice that they are found in the eastern margins of the continents because of the influence of trade winds. Now, what will be the characteristic features of this type of climate? The tropical monsoon type of climate has a tropical and subtropical humid and dry climatic conditions. It has hot summers and cool winters with a distinct rainy season. Now the temperature conditions, it is very hot winters and very hot summers and very cold winters. The summer temperatures may vary between 27 degrees to 30 degrees Celsius in the coastal areas to 35 to 38 degrees Celsius in the interior of the country. The winter temperature may vary between 5 to 18 degrees, will be very low in the interior region, and 22 degrees to 25 degrees in the coastal region. So winters are severe and summers are hot. Now the rainfall received in this region is mainly because of the direction of the wind. Temperature as the equatorial region does not play a very important role. The pressure system and the wind direction plays an important role, because of which the wind in the summer season blows from ocean to the land, and in the winter season it blows from land to the ocean. Now land in the northern hemisphere gets heated more than the water in the summer season. Hence a low pressure develops over the land. The water bodies have a comparatively low pressure and hence a low temperature and hence high pressure. As the winds blow from high pressure belt to low pressure belt, therefore moisture laden winds blow from ocean towards the land. Now these winds carry a lot of moisture and they give heavy rainfall to the mainly the coastal region, and if there is an obstruction in the direction of the wind or in the way of the wind, then they result into very heavy rainfall on the windward sides of the mountains. Now the winds such winds which blow from ocean to the land, they are known as onshore winds, and the winds which blow from the land to the ocean, especially in the winter season, they are known as offshore winds. Rainfall mainly occurs in the summer season. After the summer season, that is the month of July, August, September, and the winter season starts from November, December, January, February. Some of the areas do receive winter rainfall, but they are very less. Mostly the areas affected or the rainfall received is in the summer season. We take the example of India. Now India is where the tropical monsoon climate is very predominantly found. You can see the direction of southwest monsoon winds in the Arabian Sea as well as Bay of Bengal. They have a direction of southwest monsoons. Now how have these winds taken the direction of southwest? First is that the land gets heated more than water, therefore a low pressure is created over the mainland of India, and then over the ocean the pressure is high as the temperature is low comparatively. Therefore the winds start to blow from the ocean towards the land. So the southwest monsoons, they start blowing from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal towards the Indian subcontinent, and they are obstructed by the Western Ghats, Himalayas, the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills, because of which it receives heavy rainfall. Now the southwest monsoons also get deflected, or they take this direction because of Coriolis force. Now the southeast trade winds which blow in the southern hemisphere, they cross the equator in the month of July because of migration of sun. As they cross the equator, due to the Coriolis effect and the Farrell's law, they are deflected towards the right, and hence these southeast trade winds from the southern hemisphere, they cross the equator and they get deflected and take the direction of southwest monsoons, and hence the name southwest monsoon is given. So there are two reasons for the southwest monsoons to be formed. Now this happens in summer season. Now what happens in winter season? In winter season, now the southeast monsoons have gone back and taken its own direction. Now the northern hemisphere takes back its original northeast direction of wind. As you can see that the direction of the wind in this map is northeast. Now when they take this direction, they are blowing from land to the ocean because the pressure over the land becomes high as the temperature is low in the winter season, and the pressure becomes low over the water body as the temperature is low in the winter season. Therefore the wind starts to move from high pressure, that is land, towards the low pressure, that is water. In this process, when the winds cross Bay of Bengal, they again gather moisture and they give rainfall to the Coromandel coast in India. Sri Lanka also gets winter rainfall because of northeast monsoons. So this is basically the mechanism of monsoons in the winter and the summer seasons. Now we'll have a look at the vegetation of the area, what kind of trees are found in this region. Now the vegetation, the main characteristics of the vegetation found in this region is the tropical monsoon forest has three-layered structure. First is the canopy tree. From the trees are about 25 to 30 meters tall and they grow quite close to each other, not like the equatorial region, but in the monsoon region they are not very close to each other. The second layer is the understory layer, a layer of shorter trees about 15 meters in height, and the ground layer, very dense layer of shrubs is found in the region. Most of the trees are deciduous types of trees which shed their leaves in the winter season because of the dry conditions. Some of the trees which are found in this region include epiphytes, ferns, bamboos, rosewood, ebony, sesame, teak, mahua, sal and sandalwood. These are the common trees, or maybe a few more are also found in this region because it is an area of deciduous forest. Now, what is the human adaptation or the occupation carried on in this region? Agriculture is the main occupation of this region. People, because of the plenty rainfall which is received in this area, it suits best for agriculture. Now the crops are grown on small farms in the plains and terraced hills as well. The tropical agriculture is dependent on natural rainfall and a large labor force. These all regions are very highly populated areas. So the major crops which are grown are rice, wheat, maize, millet, sorghum, gram, beans, a number of cash crops like sugarcane, cotton, tea and coffee are grown in this area. So this is all about the monsoon type of climate found on the earth or in the world, and we finish with the two topics. Next we will continue with the same topic, the natural regions of the world, in the next class.
Monsoon refers to tropical and subtropical seasonal reversal in both the surface winds and associated precipitation caused by differential heating between a continental scale landmass and the adjacent ocean. Now, let us have a look over the regions on the earth where monsoon occurs. Monsoons mainly occur in the regions of South Asia. The other regions include parts of Equatorial Africa, East and Southeast Asia, Northern Australia, and, to a lesser extent, in the southwestern United States. However, the most well-known monsoon occurs over Indian subcontinent. Now let us take up monsoons of India in detail. The intertropical convergence zone, where the northeast trade winds and southeast trade winds converge in a low pressure zone, moves to the north of equator and establishes itself over the Indian subcontinent during the month of July. The southeast trade winds, after crossing the equator, are deflected to the right by the Coriolis force, forming the southwest monsoons. These pick up the moisture while traveling from sea to land and cause orographic rain once they hit the highlands of the Indian peninsula. This results in the southwest monsoon. The monsoonal winds, after reaching the Indian peninsula, split into two branches, the Arabian branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch causes rain all along the western coast. The Bay of Bengal branch strikes at the West Bengal coast and the southern slopes of Shillong